So far, it's been fairly nice. It's like a imagine you have a wild cat and it likes to hang out with you, but sometimes you worry that it's just gonna like tear you to shreds while you're asleep. That's what this thing is. It's mildly well behaved, but at any point it could just go nuts. I currently have the new Deberti F250 set up for A-Class off-road, but I found something else you can do with it that is, I mean, it's funny, but it's also stupid. Check it out. That's right. It is moving, and there's a little bit more pressure on the rear end than there normally would be, but you make the front tires bigger, and you lower the rear suspension, and blah, 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 blah. You can make it squat, and it is horrific. However, we're going to be trying this guy out in a whole bunch of different ways today, so stick around. Alright, currently this bad boy is set up for B-Class off-road, but it is handling based. Meaning, it's not going to have super high top speed, but it should take corners pretty well, and that's the whole goal of this thing. We are going up against unbeatable drivatars, so that remains to be seen on whether it was a good choice to go for handling or not. So far, it's looking like it was a decent choice. I don't think we'll be able to get up to first place, however, this thing does pretty well on this track. Turning on dirt is something this thing's going to excel at when you put the big tires and stuff on here, especially because it weighs a ton and it's got a lot of torque on the low end just because it's a diesel, you know, that's how they go. We are finally up to second. Let's see if we can push our way up into first. We are only on lap 2, so we're not doing too bad. Less than halfway through. Look how much torque this thing has, even in like a higher RPM for a diesel. This thing is ridiculously torquey. I don't think we're going to catch up to first, but this thing is crazy. Come on, we're getting close. It's not going to happen, but we're getting close. Not too terrible. Not too terrible. We're leaving second behind, and first place in unbeatable is always pretty much unbeatable, at least for me. We're going to see how this thing does drag racing. Alright, here's my drag tune in case you want to copy it. I am not the greatest at tuning drag cars, so don't take my word that it's going to be any good. But we're going to give it a shot. We got 1,750 horsepower. It weighs a boatload, and we've got launch control. So let's see how we do. Ooh, good shift. Damn, we're really getting out here. Come on, baby. Keep going. Oh, they're pulling. They're pulling. It's a diesel high speed. We're losing it. We're losing it. Damn, we got passed by everybody there at the end. That is what happens when you run a diesel truck. They tend to not do better at high speed. Well, whatever. We got the launch. If it was a quarter mile, we'd have done it just fine. Now, there's no suspension change on this truck, but we're going to attempt to make it drift. Alright, I've got the drift tune that I use on basically every drift car I build on this truck. I made a video a while ago on how to do that called Ultimate Easy Drift Guide in Forza Horizon 5. Of course, it's on my channel if you want to look it up. That is basically the exact tune I'm using. It's an easy guide to make any car at least slide somewhat decently. Obviously, if it doesn't have drift suspension like this thing, it's not going to do super well, but it'll definitely help. Now let's go drift this thing down the mountain. Now we're going to attempt to get 1,000,000 points in this. Whether it works or not remains to be seen. So far, it's not too terrible. We are definitely going to have to be real careful because it does seem to like to spin out a little bit. Ooh. It's got a lot of weight up front, but it's still real heavy and likes to spin, or it gets too much momentum in the rear end and it's kind of hard to get out of it. They need to lower the tire pressure back there ever so slightly. Ooh. Careful. This thing is, it's definitely very touchy when it comes to drifting. Holy cow. The time it takes to pull out of this drift is very worrying, really. I can't really put it any other way. It just takes a long time to get the nose back in front of it. Kinda sketchy. Definitely not something I would try in real life, that's for damn sure. You give me a drift car, sure, I'll give it a shot. But like a big truck that somebody's like, yeah, sure, I threw somewhat of a drift tune on this thing. No, sir. That being said, it would be very entertaining to watch as long as I wasn't inside of it. We're about halfway. We just passed the marker on the map and we're at 500,000. I'd say we're in with a shout for this. So far, it's been fairly nice. It's like imagine you have a wild cat and it likes to hang out with you, but sometimes you worry that it's just gonna like tear you to shreds while you're asleep. That's what this thing is. It's mildly well behaved, but at any point it could just go nuts. Is that a good analogy? Let me know if that was a good analogy or not. You know what would be hilarious if I beat my personal best with this? I think I'm at like 1,070,000 or something. And I would immediately have to like beat my personal best with something else if I did it with this. I would be so upset. I think we're in with a shout though. Getting over 1 million seems pretty possible. I don't know if we can squeeze in 100,000 before the end, but we should be pretty close. Come on, baby. Sideways. This thing carries speed so well because of how heavy it is. Come on, stay sideways. Oh, so close. 10K off. We could have squeezed 10K out of it back up there further, but not happening. Not happening this time around. Now, really, the final thing to do with this truck would be to take it online and race it online, but I'm not going to subject myself to that torture. So instead, I'm just going to do a top speed run on the freeway and see how fast we can get this thing going. This thing drifts uncharacteristically well. Man, I'm having a hard time speaking today. I'm going to have to cut out like 6 attempts at me saying that. All right, we're basically going to go skinny, big tires in hopes that we can get this thing at a higher speed. All right, here we go. Let's see how fast we can get going. We're going the downhill direction in hopes to get a little bit of extra speed out of this thing. Supposedly the top speed's around 215. Oh, we're hitting everything. Come on, baby, come on. 188, 189. We're still going up quickly. Oh, we failed the speed thing because we're not in the center of the lane. That's lame. Almost to 200. Come on, keep going. Oh, missed him by a hair. Come on, 195, 196, 197. Straight line. 198. Keep going. A little faster. It's not redlining yet. I think that's what we got. Let's see if we can get it to go downhill just a little bit faster. Come on. 198, 199, 200, 201, 202, 203. Come on, keep going. I want 205. Nope, it's looking like 203 is it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. You did not see that hole in the fence. I definitely didn't try this once before.